Peggy Noonan at the Wall Street Journal wrote a great piece in response to observations surrounding the recent 20-year anniversary of 9/11. She spoke of the deep grief that was felt and expressed on that day, and we all remember where we were, right? But also how it applied to what we're facing today, now. She spoke of America losing the thread, that America today, compared with America of 20 years ago, has deteriorated, of a disturbance we feel, and this thread feels bigger than ideology, bigger than political parties, something more fundamental, a confusion and inability to play the role of who we are and to be comfortable in who we are. So as we continue to watch countries and some states and cities within countries continue to carousel through 50 shades of lockdown procedures, we see this same deep unrest rise up and settle just under the surface to a place that feels like it could be poked at any time. So as we enjoy the first world luxuries here in the US on some days, on other days we're in conversations that you feel at the very reality that we could slip into civil war. And we know from our history, we don't tend to learn our lessons very well. So let's revisit our humanity. On the one hand, we lead a pretty normal life here in California, and on the other, we don't. People are driving in cars with masks alone. Teachers are spending precious and disproportionate teaching time adjudicating the health status of kids. Being triple vaccinated is becoming a catch cry and expectation at the doors of many businesses. Testing is becoming the norm for activities. Crossing borders is not without its intricacies. We are back to being impatient at Whole Foods and cutting people off on the 405 and judging the haves and have-nots, depending on our stance on the many hot topics of today. Division is being driven into our society and it's coming in deep. We've been boiled down to what we value, our belief systems, the messaging we subscribe to, and how we're being pitted against each other based on these differences. Families are still held apart. The red and blue states have opposing views on many issues. Biden's Afghanistan versus Trump's comeback trail, to vax or not to vax, to hand over kids' rights to the states or to retain them as parents. Abortion has been an extremely hot topic here. The mass movement of people to shift away from job scarcity, taxation and draconian law. So in a world that seems intent in highlighting our differences, might I suggest we celebrate and not lose sight of our similarities.